Over the years I've learned to trust God and not allow things to make me afraid. But in my own thinking there's one thing that scares me. And that is reflecting on what would have happened some 30 years ago when God first called us to Cambodia if we had said no. Now at that time Cambodia was still at war with itself and infrastructure was pretty much destroyed. We had two small children, our youngest was not even 1 year of age. And so we're coming into a war zone with two little children. And it just made no sense whatsoever. But when we got here, we realized, wait a minute, we're the only Christians that we know of in this town. And so we've come here to do agricultural work and help the people grow more rice. But God actually sent us here for a totally different reason. He sent us here so that the people could know Jesus. So we began sharing the gospel. And we started a church in town when we lived in town, and then when we moved out here, we started another church here, and we were training local people to be church planters, and they were going out and sharing the gospel with people. And then we started the orphanage, and we saw the impact that Christ was having on the lives of the children, and the same with the school. And we began to realize that, wait a minute, if we had said no when God first called us to Cambodia, and there was every logical reason to say no, then there would be hundreds, probably thousands of people that would have never heard the gospel and never had a chance to know Jesus as their Savior. And that's a very scary thought, that it would have been that easy to say no for good reasons, and yet it could have changed the kingdom of heaven in a negative way. You know, I'll sit down in a gathering now, a Christian gathering, and I'll look around, not in a proudful way, but realize that if I had said no, most of the people in this gathering would just disappear because they wouldn't know Christ and they wouldn't be here. And so I want to encourage you, if you hear God speaking to you and He has something for you to do, even if it seems completely crazy, please seriously think about it, because it may be that God is calling you to something that is absurd in the minds of people who don't know God. Jesus has chosen us to continue making God's love and His character known to the world. And if you decide to be a missionary, you have a wonderful opportunity to do that, because you may be the only Christian that people get to see. And He could use you just like He's used our family. And the kingdom of heaven will be a healthier, happier place because you said yes to God.